Hello and welcome to D&D and Things. Most of you know me. If you've been following our channel for the last couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, I've been streaming pretty regularly. If you have not seen our Baldur's Gate series, as I'm playing through Baldur's Gate 3, the early access, it is uploaded over on our YouTube channel, which is D&D and Things. There's a space over there. There's also some play of Satisfactory. We've had a couple other streams that we've had some issues with, but we're working on it. Joining me is Miss Rosadrine, who has been in our chats, chatting along during some of our videos. But we are going to start our bi-weekly little chat this week. A video chat that's called Thingz Talkz. Thingz Talkz is going to be about anything and everything. This week we thought we'd take a moment to introduce ourselves and to let you know what we're doing with our stream in general. Obviously it's called D&D and Things for a reason. This one over here is a huge D&D nerd. At some point I might talk about dice and the difference between like metal dice and really cheap plastic dice and decent enamel dice. We might talk about WoW. Rosadrine is a WoW player.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah. I haven't played it recently, but yeah, I've been playing WoW since Classic. And if anybody that plays WoW has any idea what that means, then it's not the reboot of Classic, it's the original Classic. It's been a long time.
So the reboot's different than the original?
Well, they brought it back, is essentially what they did. So it was the old days when you talk about all the original people that played, and they brought that level of difficulty back because it's definitely not.
They've nerfed it a lot.
Oh yeah.
So you will probably notice as we chat, as we talk, well, I can't say for her for certain. I think she categorizes it in it. I am definitely a nerd and a geek and whatever label you want to call me. We have a closet full of tabletop games that I've played into. Down the line, as we start to get set up and get a better system, we're looking at maybe doing some live play tabletop games, some live play D&D sessions, talking about the creation of worlds if you are into homebrewing. Talk about how I've done a little bit of Things chats where I talked about leveling up my character in my D&D campaign, Mr. Idin of the Black Fur, my wonderful swashbuckling rogue. If you want to know more about that, let us know. Part of our channel is we want to create a community. We want to hear from you, and we want you to come and chat with us. We will plan out things that we're going to chat about. We'll try to plan out the next few weeks so that we can so you guys can kind of see what's going on our channel. But we want you to come and join and ask us questions. Yeah. We're not necessarily always the experts. As we grow, as we expand, as we get people watching us, we may be able to get some of the experts to come in and talk to us. But we need your help to do that. So, not to plug ourselves, but if you're watching this after the fact over on YouTube, please hit that like button. It definitely helps us. Hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching us and joining us here on twitch.tv/D&D and Things, go ahead and hit that follow button. We definitely will give shout outs to people who are following us. We're looking at starting up a Patreon eventually so that you can help support us. We do have a place to donate to help us get things up and going, and we can't do any of that without your help. So in advance, appreciate whatever you can do for us. We want to build a community and save. A little bit about me first, maybe, because I don't know if you want to talk about yourself yet.
Nope, that's fine.
So I'm a D&D nerd. I'm a tabletop nerd. I also like to play video games. Some of you may have joined us already on my tabletop stream, or not tabletop streams. I haven't tabletop yet. I would love to tabletop. I need to find some more people who are willing to put their faces, their ugly mugs on a camera, and tabletop with us.
Yeah.
And of course, this being the wonderful year of 2020, we are still dealing with the COVID pandemic. So please, 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 if you can, stay at home. If you have to go out, wear masks. Listen to what the CDC is saying. If you're outside of the U.S., listen to whatever the control boards are saying. We want to make sure everyone's safe. We hate to see the things rising.
Yeah.
We have 2 little girls, from each of us that we care about a lot, and we want to leave the world a little bit better for them.
Yeah.
So
masks are annoying, but your life is worth it.
Yeah, we care about you. So outside of my normal work, I'm a nerd. You all have the opportunity. If you haven't seen me streaming while I video game yet, I try to stream at least every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays are guaranteed. Tuesday nights right now are the not Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, a whole different franchise. The Baldur's Gate 3 early access right now. Having a lot of fun over there with a nice little warlock and her companions. If Thursday nights right now has been satisfactory, so that we take a different turn and we go on to that survival building game, crafting game, and you can see me freak out at things attacking me every once in a while. As a living, I work in mental health and I help people just navigate systems. So one of the things that's important to myself, and I believe Rosa, is mental health. I don't think that people take it seriously enough. So on our channel, we will be talking about that. And if you have your stories, please feel free to reach out to us and talk to us. We eventually are going to get a Discord up and started. We want to build a community, and we want to build a place where people feel welcome and people feel like they're heard and can talk. So don't ever feel like if you're dropping in to watch me play a video game like that, I'm not willing to chat because I'm doing something on a video game. I will take a break and pause to chat to you. Like, I don't mind. We want to hear from you. So that's a little bit about me. Of course, if Rosa has any questions to ask, you can. If you guys hop on and you're watching later, comment. We will be doing Thingz Talkz every Friday night. We're still kind of figuring out exactly what time we're going to start that. I think this evening was 6:30 p.m., around about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll probably be around about there, 6, 7, depending on my work, and because we have to have lives besides streaming and our kids. But every other week we're going to do Thingz Talkz. Like I said, this is a place where you can ask us stuff, and we'll have topic conversations of topic. My words don't work for me sometimes; they get ahead of me, but that's it. So I'm going to pass it over to Rosa. Like I said, she was a WoW person. So she and I have already talked a little bit about how WoW relates to D&D, and it's something that I think we talked about.
Actually having like a full conversation about it. No, but basically, I'm just, like everybody else, working every day and having to escape from it every now and again. And that's what gaming has always been for me. It's been a place where I can just go. If I get frustrated at work or I was frustrated at school, I could always just go to gaming, whether it was, I started back in the day with like DOS computers. When you have a software engineer for a father that likes to tinker and take things apart and build computers, I had a DOS system, which if you're under the age of 30, you probably have no idea what that is. Basically, it's very, very, very old school, beginner kind of computer system. None of this, AWSD movement with the mouse and no controllers. It was very basic. But that's kind of where I started off with first person shooters and, kind of Mario styled games, but they weren't Mario. We didn't have the money for Mario.
Like
it was
Pitfall?
No, I'm trying to think of the name of some. I'm drawing a blank.
I guess Pitfall would have been Atari. One of the Atari games.
Yeah, that's Frogger. Gotta love Frogger. Yeah, like we didn't even have like a Super Nintendo until I think like the N64 was coming out. Like,
Oh, see, I had a
so
Super NES, and I can remember the parsonage we lived in, because I was a pastor's kid, step kid for a while. The basement of the first parsonage we were in was finished, so there was like the old box TV
yes,
where you're all crammed in, and we had a Super NES, and it was the greatest thing when our friends would come over and we could
yeah,
all load up the games on there, and then you move to the
yeah,
we moved to the N64. Never upgraded to the GameCube. I think
no,
we had the N64 and then a PlayStation 2 for a while. We had
yeah,
both of those systems.
yeah. I think where we differ with games is like you enjoy the role playing games, and I'm not saying WoW isn't a role playing game. I didn't start with WoW though. I started with like Wolfenstein 3D, Quake 3 Arena, like a lot of the first person shooters. And those have kind of, you know, been where I fell. And I did like Anarchy Online when it first, I did get into like Guild Wars and World of Warcraft, obviously. I mean, I played that for years and I've thought about going back. There's just life. Sometimes you get really busy and you don't have time. And you can't say, oh, I'm only going to play an hour of WoW, because essentially you log on, you do your daily quest, you reset some of your missions, and then it's like, oh, 2 hours have gone by already and I haven't even gotten to do anything. So
Yeah, I mean, I sat for an hour on Divinity and
yeah,
just craft.
yeah,
Just craft.
just
Okay, I'm going to make this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and you're like, I'm going to go smoke.
yeah, yeah. Take a step outside. You have fun with that. I'll wait here.
I came to gaming for the escapism myself too, but I think that's why RPGs always drew me in, because you get that ability to just play as someone else and make decisions as someone else.
Right.
So I get to, and some of them you get to start from the beginning just as a character creator.
Yeah.
Generally, though, if I'm making a guy, it kind of looks like this. Big old beard. Gotta find the long ponytail hair.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like this. Although sometimes I like playing as that female. And as games have progressed, the nice things that RPGs do is that they throw in some things that, depending on the race you pick or the gender you pick,
Yeah.
people interact with you differently.
Oh,
So
yes.
every time you play,
Yeah.
like, it's wonderful because you can sink like Elder Scrolls. You can easily sink a good 100 hours into Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I think the main quest is like 20 hours, but you go exploring dungeons and doing other things, and I tend to avoid the main quest and hop right over to Riften and join the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
It's generally what I do.
Yeah.
But if you choose to be an Argonian rather than like or Khajiits versus like a Red Elf, no, that's not what they are in Elder Scrolls. What are they? Having a brain fart. But the like Wood Elves, essentially, the Wood Elves have better reception sometimes than like an Argonian might.
Yeah.
Or a Khajiit, or like whatever the natural people of that area are. So it's kind of Baldur's Gate 3, the Githyanki in the area we're at have a much different attitude presented to them than some of the other races.
Yeah.
D&D as well just has some of those wonderful racial kind of things to them. So if you choose to be like a drow, a dark elf, generally people, when you go into places, aren't as accepting to you because drow are considered by most to be evil. Even if you choose to be a lawful good, like drow paladin, which would be a very interesting concept, people in towns are still gonna look down on you because they just consider drow evil.
Yeah.
Goblins. I mean, most renditions of any game villainifies goblins because they're little
Thieves.
terrors and thieves.
Don't trust them with your gold.
Right. So, like, if you're a goblin coming into a town, one, you're not going to run into other goblins generally. Two, people are not going to look at you funny. Yeah. So, depending on where you're at in the world. So, like, I don't know. I think that's one of the fun things I enjoy about video gaming or tabletop gaming, even, especially like D&D. I keep pointing over this way. My bag that I take to D&D is like right over here beside me. So, like, if I'm pointing over here while I'm talking to D&D, I'm pointing at my D&D bag because it's just right there. So, I don't know. Now, if you hadn't realized yet, we are a couple. So, that is a thing. I have a little 5-year-old, and she has a little 3-year-old. We may come up with code names for how we talk to them on here just because of their kids. We love our girls dearly. Yeah,
they're sacred.
Yeah. Two beautiful, amazing little girls who we enjoy every moment we get with them.
Yes.
I don't get mine quite as often as I'd like. Good old laws and all that fun stuff. Yeah. But that's a conversation for another day because I can get on a platform on that. But again, we want to know what you want to hear us talk about. Again, this first one's probably going to be a little shorter than most of our Thingz Talks, but we wanted you guys to get to know us a little bit because you're going to see our faces. We might every once in a while. We did finally get the Xbox set up so that we can stream on Twitch. Now we are over on Twitch and YouTube Live. And we are getting work on getting set up on Facebook, so you can follow us on any of those platforms. We do have a Twitter. So Twitter is at D&D and Thingz. So shoot us a tweet, shoot us a follow there. We're trying to get that set up. So at the least when we go live, you know we're live. Try to share some stuff there. And then we're getting an Instagram set up as well.
Yep.
So you can follow us over there. We may share some clips and bits of our lives. Obviously, like I said, we probably won't share the girls just because of their kids. And unfortunately, the world we live in, there are predators. Yes. And so we have to protect our girls. Because they are sacred angels, even though more often than not, they're little demons. Yeah. And the one has the maniacal evil laugh, and it's going to be...
the 3-year-old.
She will rule the world one day.
Yes. Yes,
promise you.
Yep.
She doesn't have to be surprised.
Yeah.
The one will rule the world, and the one will be president.
Yeah, pretty much.
President of SAS.
Yes.
But
no, we have a cat that we can take pictures.
The cat will probably show up today. He's secluded because he was a little bit of he has 3 modes. He has asshole mode. He has lovable cuddly mode.
And then he's sleeping.
And he has completely out cold, dead to the world sleeping mode.
Yeah.
He can go from cuddly to asshole in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
And this evening he was in asshole mode. So we didn't want him obviously while we're streaming we have a lot of stuff set up. So we didn't want him kind of messing with the stream setup. He's only about 5 months old, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
So he's still a youngin.
In kitten mode.
Still in kitten mode. He's starting to calm down a little bit, but his name is Scotty, a good old Norse name, Norse for shadow. It's Old Norse for shadow. So one of the things we do plan on talking about in some of our Thingz Talks, one of the things that is in common for both of us is a fascination and a like for things of the Fey nature, Celtic lore, Norse lore, Viking lore, mythology, as well as fact. So some of the things that we may do is actually go into the fact and fiction of things. Every once in a while you may catch me, I guess you could call it cosplaying. I don't really call it cosplaying because I consider cosplaying dressing in a costume to represent something from another person's work.
Yeah.
So a lot of cosplayers are doing like X-Men or like something from a hentai or whatnot. I'm a character creator.
Yes.
So I like to create my own characters. So I have like a pirate get up, and I have I have a steampunk get up.
Yeah.
I would say that the only thing that I do cosplay is the Mad Hatter, but I take my own spins on him. So I do cosplay on Halloween. Rosa and her daughter got to be a part of mine and my daughter's Halloween tradition this year. So my daughter gets to tells me what she wants to be, and then I decide what I am based off of what she's going to be. So we've done in past years, like last year, she wanted to be the Little Mermaid, so Daddy pulled out some tights and dyed his beard and hair gray and was King Triton. The year before that, she wanted to be Beauty, so Daddy was the Beast. The year before that, we didn't get to do anything for Halloween, but we had been working on Maui and Moana, and then we've done Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat, and then Pirates. So this year, I approached her. I was like, okay, what do you want to be for Halloween this year?
Yeah.
I want to be Anna from Frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want Daddy to be? I want you to be Kristoff. You have to be Kristoff. Like, okay. Well, do you mind if I use your actual name, babe?
No, that's fine.
Okay. As you know, for me, I introduce myself both ways. So I asked my daughter, can Jen and her daughter be a part of our stuff? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Does that mean her daughter gets to be Elsa? Yeah. Now, granted, my daughter's the older of the two. So it was quite amusing. And then I was like, so what does that mean Jen has to be? That means Jen has to be Olaf. So.
Yep. So I brought the Christmas spirit to Halloween.
Yeah. So coming from the one who doesn't care for Christmas, who's been telling me I'm not allowed to put up any of my Christmas stuff or listen to Christmas music yet.
Not until after Fat Turkey Day.
I'm dying. I have one more week and I'm dying. I need me some Christmas music.
I love the spooky things where he is not such a huge fan. So if we're ever streaming independently, which a lot of times we probably will be, both here on this channel, but I will probably be gearing more towards first person or the spookier of the games.
I mean, I do first person shooters sometimes.
Yeah, but I really want to try out some of the horror games though. Like but so
I don't see a point of scaring yourself shitless.
I think it's fun.
There's a place that is sacred that is where poop goes. It doesn't go in your pants.
No, it doesn't. You get disqualified if you do that. No, but yeah, I think that's what where I want to take my aspect of, the streaming side of gaming and everything, is to kind of get a little bit of everybody, you know. So.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll be working on figuring out a schedule for that. Even if I back away from doing 2 nights, because I obviously want to watch her streams too, even if it might scare the piss out of me. Because we want to support each other. If you are joining us and watching us and you stream yourself, let us know. We'll definitely come and watch you as well. That's just it. We're trying to build a channel. We're trying to build a name. We do each have our own personal channels as well. So there may be times where we both stream at the same time, depending on what the schedule was announced here. Whoever said would be here. The other one of us will be on our personal channel, depending on what we're doing. Mine is, you can follow me personally at the TreborEHHP pretty much anywhere you're looking for someone for me. And
Rosadrine.
So again, you'll see us both here on and off, sometimes together. We are talking about doing, since we have the Xbox set up now, right now we're working through the first Divinity and figuring stuff out. I think when we get through the first Divinity and we start on Divinity 2, we might start streaming that,
because some of the conversations we have while we play together is hysterical.
It's more of her laughing at me because I sometimes am stupid, because there's a chromosome in the male part of the chromosomes that's just a stupid chromosome.
Stupid. I don't know though. I keep stunning everybody by electrifying
Oh, there's
water.
water?
Oh, there was water
There's
there?
water
I
there?
didn't see that.
I
Sorry.
actually think that sometimes you're actually electrocuting the blood pulse.
Well, that was in the frozen area. Yeah.
So, but yeah, we want to, and if you have games that you'd like to see us play, let us know. I will tell you that come December, it was going to be actually this week, but the release got pushed back. I will probably move, if I haven't finished the Baldur's Gate 3 yet, I may finish that one up and just put it in place of Satisfactory. I haven't decided yet, but when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, I will be starting to play that one. So you'll notice, at least for the first week or two of that, we'll have a few more streams just dedicated to Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
So I want to get that streaming when it comes out. So come join me, please. And if you, for some reason, miss or can't make it, we are making sure everything's getting uploaded to YouTube afterwards.
Yes.
So join us over there. And if you are watching us on YouTube or Twitch or whatnot, again, for our channels, it's D&D and Things. This channel originally was going to be for a live play D&D session, and my partner back then kind of had other things that she needed to take care of. So I put things on the back burner until I met Rosa, and so now we're starting this venture up together.
Yeah.
So her first time on stream,
Yep.
I think she's doing pretty great. She doesn't like to be on camera quite as much.
No, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. So
she's got to get used to it. My mom's a photographer, so
yeah,
everywhere we go,
I don't have a choice.
There's a camera on our face.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a 5-year-old who loves to be the center of attention and loves to pose for a picture with all of her to-be cheerleader sass.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So, so we're going to play, I think a lot of times action RPG games are probably going to be over on my end. Trying to find some of the newer games coming out, especially the ones we're excited for.
Yeah.
Hopefully in time, in the long run, we are going to try to have a live play D&D session. Because one of my personal goals, personal girls, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, my words sometimes, they get like, I feel like I'm a mind flare that just has tentacles growing out of my face and I can't like speak. Of course, mind flares don't speak with their mouth. They're telepathic, so they speak in your head.
Yeah, either way.
So, anywho, lost my train of thought. I do want to get a D&D session, and I've been trying to get this one to learn D&D.
Yeah.
So, because just about any RPG you're playing was birthed from the wonderful D&D.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if you have questions on characters, I may do some Thingz Talkz, or not Thingz Talkz. This is Thingz Talkz. Thingz Talkz is going to be our Friday night, every other Friday night chat with the two of us.
Yep.
Thingz Chats can be either one of us playing.
Yep.
Or Thingz Chats would be either one of us chatting. And Let's Plays, although we may change that to Thingz Plays. Thingz Plays to keep playing on our wonderful play with words. Let's Plays or Thingz Plays are if one of us are playing. Just pay attention to the with who. So we'll always have this kind of format. We're working on getting her set up with her own unique kind of video sequence for it. But if you have suggestions, if you have anything you want to share with us, like I said, we're here to talk to. Often in today's society, I think a lot of us, especially with it being COVID, we feel so separated from people. So we want to give a place that you can come join us. Quite literally, come join us in our living room.
Yeah.
That's where we're streaming from. So we wanted to keep it open and homely. We are inviting you into our homes and to catch a little bit of a glimpse of us. So be watching out because there may be a naughty elf that's coming to join our house soon. So watch our Twitter, watch our Instagram, see what the girls else is getting into, see what the cat's getting into.
Yeah.
And see what we're getting into. We'll try to keep you updated. So I think for this week, unless you have anything else,
no, I think
that'll
good.
do. Thank you for joining us. I always appreciate it. Again, hit that like button and come follow us on Twitter. Not Twitter. Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitch. Hit the subscribe button if you're over at YouTube. And come watch us. Come join us. Join in the talk. I think next week we were taught. Not next week. Again, every other week. The next Thingz Talkz, whenever that is, we're either gonna compare D&D to WoW a little bit, or since we will be in December, we may do something to start livening the Christmas spirit. We will make sure that once we figure that out, hopefully by next Friday, we will post on our Twitter, and hopefully our Instagram will be up. So we'll let you know what we're going to talk about by then. Like I said, hopefully in the next week or two, we'll have our schedule up over on twitch.tv/D&D, so you know when we're going live, or roundabouts. Like we both said, we both have jobs and kiddos outside of this, so that kind of affects things a little bit. But we want to have some nights that are consistent for you guys, because we want you to know when we're here, and we want you to join us. Every once in a while, we may have extra streams going on just because we're available. So with that, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Stay safe. I know this year is going to suck because a lot of us are used to going and joining all of our family, but it's important to stay safe. The more we listen, I know we like to have our independence, but right now, if we listen to what's being recommended, we can bite this in the butt more quickly and go back to what will be a new normal, because I don't think life's going to be the same. But again, we are going to be here every other Friday. So that would be, I believe, the 4th of December. We will see you next. In the meantime, you enjoy yourself. You stay geeky and chic. Don't be afraid to be a nerd, because being a nerd is cool. Don't let anyone take that from you. Trust me. Anyways, we will see you next time. Thanks.